Okay, track's quiet right now. Let's get out there. Right, it's clear.
Pre-season, I'm Blobby Butler. That's how we want it. And let's see who's out on track. King Kong just leaving. Oh, Sainsy is out. Sainsy's retired from the session, so he's going to be at the back. I've got no sound again. I wonder why that is. Ah, there we go. That's better. So a few drivers on there. Out laps. Let's see. It's like an Alfa Romeo was the first one. That's Levi. We're the first one to start the first hot lap of the session. We've got a couple missing this week. We have in Dynamum in the Haas as a reserve. Kent Chaos is missing, and there's an empty seat in the Williams, and I think also Ben is missing in the Alpha Tauri. We have an empty Alpha Tauri, and also an empty Aston Martin. That's Ronnie's seat, I believe. And we've got an invalidation early here. So let's have a look at Boris Johnson behind. So 17 on the grid today. Sainsy already out of the session. Don't know whether he just didn't fancy qualifying or had a crash on an outlap. I was still sorting the settings out at the time. And it looks like Boris will be the first one to set a time, as Levi in front of him has invalidated, and they were the first out of the pit. Here comes Boris then into the last couple of corners. And let's see what he sets here. It's a 1:28.4 for Boris Johnson, which is, I'd suggest, a pretty good start. Easy Life is on an invalid. Let's see who else is coming around. And Swanton Bomb 1:28.1 goes into provisional pole, and both Red Bulls, King Kong and MK5 on bags, also in the 1:28s. So 4 drivers have set a time. They're all in the 1:28 range. Scornful is pitting. Is he? No, I'm looking at the wrong half. In Dynamon 1:28.5, third place, and the Sloth 1:29.7 is going to need to improve on that time. Who else have we got? The other Mercedes coming around now, and there's pole 1:28.1. It's provisional pole for Joker. And here goes Smug. Smug coming into the last sector now, as Levi set a 1:29.8. Here comes Smug now, 1:28.7, goes 5th. 50 Gent, 129.0 is 8th. Easy Life 131.3. If we keep an eye on Simon here, he's one of the quick ones. Always up there. What's he going to set here? Round the last corner, and it's a 128.8, and he's up in 7th place. Ninjas are 132.7. So just 3 drivers yet to set a lap, other than Sainsy, of course, who retired. UJ pole position 128.0. Provisional pole for UJGC in the McLaren. Let's see where Al Newt is. Around to set his first lap. And it's not going to be a very quick one. It's a 130.6, which puts him 13th. So everyone except Scornful Griffin in the Haas has now set a time. And Scornful is back out on his out lap. On a fresh set of tyres. Most people now making their way back into the pits after their first run or coming out for their second run. We'll try to keep you posted on any more laps as they're set. Is MK5 on a hot lap? Or is he... No, he's not. He's over 2 minutes. He's going back in the pits, I think. Or just about to start a lap. Just about to start a lap. Smug's moved up there, a 128.3. He's up to 4. He's now cruising back round. Few people in the pits. We'll keep an eye on Scornful as he's yet to set a time in the Haas. And here comes Scornful then. And a little flash of purple on the track map, that's always a good sign. Into the final chicane, and Scornful sets a 128.1. He goes 4th. Very good lap. Swanton Bomb 127.6. The Alpine back on top by a huge 4/10. The first one to break a 128, and he's got a 127.6. That is going to be tough to beat. Swanton Bomb, provisional pole for now. As we've got a McLaren goes 127.7. Joker takes second. Still 6.5 minutes to go. And some really good laps flying in here. Let's see who else we've got coming round. Levi is up on his lap. And in the end improves a bit, but stays down in 13th place. Who's next round? Let's see. Scornful, is he pitting? He is. And then it'll be Al Newt next, will it? No, that's Swanton pitting. King Kong will be the next one round. He's half a second down though. Closely followed by two Ferraris. Let's have a look at those. Boris and Ninja. Let's see what they can do. And Ninja pulls out to let Boris go past. And neither of them can improve their times this time around. We've got a McLaren flying up. That is UJGC. Was provisionally on pole earlier on and only just improves his time a little and stays third. 128.0. Let's have a look, see. Easy Life can't improve on his time. We've got another one pitting there. And Alfa Romeo, the other Alfa Romeo is the next one round. And he's on an out lap. So let's have a look at Ninjas, who I believe bailed out of his last lap, so we'll be on a fast lap this time. Oh, and he nearly lost it. He nearly lost it there. Or maybe it was a game glitch. Give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. Boris Johnson goes slowly there as well. Ninjas not going to improve. 16th at the moment. Here goes Al Newt. Starting a lap, I believe. UJ will be pitting, I think. Easy Life is up on his time. Can he improve it? He can, but he doesn't go up any places. Took a half a second off, a 130.8. But not going up the order. Remains 15th. Okay, let's have a look now. Ninjas probably on an in lap. Levi's on an out lap, but Smug, I believe, is on a flyer. Let's keep an eye on Smug. Taking that very wide there, but there's a flash of purple. Hopefully the Ferrari won't get in his way here. Took that corner very well to avoid the Ferrari, who took evasive action on the near side. And here goes Smug Git with a 128.0, and he remains 4. It's very, very close. For him, UJ and Scornful. We've got a Red Bull coming round, I believe, starting a lap. Levi starting his lap. Got a McLaren pitting. Let's have a look at Scornful again. Let's not, because he's going very slowly. As is MK5 just setting up for a lap. There's Syme. And he's half a second up. Could be moving up the order a bit here, Syme. One from my limited knowledge of the league, having been commentating for 3 weeks now, who I'd expect to be higher than where he was a minute ago, and there you go, he goes third. 1:28.0 and into third. Boris Johnson starting a lap. Who's next round? It's Joker, possibly. Joker comes round in a 1:27.7. Did he get round in time? I think he did. The time is ticking down. And Dynamon got round. But one of the Red Bulls is going to miss out on getting round. So that's it for MK5. Okay, so we've got the checkered flag out. So let's see who's next round. That'll be Syme, but he's 1.5 over, so he'll be probably pitting. He is. As is Smug. And Dynamum has retired. Here comes Boris Johnson into the last chicane. And Boris, 1:28.0 dead. No, apparently not. The lap time board is killing me here, chaps, I'm afraid. As Swanton, 1:27.6. Improves his pole position time. UJ is on an invalid. He did actually beat the time, but he was on an invalid. And that is going to wrap up qualifying, folks. Apologies for the timing screen getting me a bit wrong. It said Boris did a 1:28 dead, but he didn't, apparently. So there we go. We'll go through the grid on the formation lap, as well as a quick run through shortly. I think everybody's complete. There is usually about up to a 5-minute pause while people sort their strategies and things out. So I'll just do a quick run through. Swanton Bomb on pole, 1:27.6. Followed by Joker, 1:27.7 in the Mercedes. Scornful, 1:27.9 is third in the Haas, with Syme fourth in the Williams. UJGC rounds off the top 5 for McLaren, with Smug Git, MK5 on bags, King Kong, Boris Johnson, in Dynamum, Levi Hughes, The Sloth, 50 Gen, Al Newt, Easy Life, Ninjas, and Sainsy. I'll go through that properly again on the formation lap. As you can see, I've got a 30-second timer and I want to run out of time. So yes, there is a slight interval before the race begins. Officially a 3-minute interval. Officially a 3-minute interval, but also have the formation lap. So as we wait for this race to get underway, 17 on the grid, with 16 of them setting qualifying times, and Sainsbury starting from the back in the Aston Martin after not setting a time. Here we go, we've been given the signal and we've got the timer to start the session. Here we go. Pit stop strategies, 2-stop medium hard or 1-stop medium hard. We are underway on the formation lap. I'm going to put tyre detail up, everyone starting on mediums or hards. No one going for soft tyres at this stage. A gamble that has paid off in the past. Let's run you through the grid, and on pole position there you see in the Alpine is Swanton Bomb. Next to Swanton on the front row is the Mercedes of Joker, with Scornful Griffin's Haas in third. Syme in the Williams is fourth, he's the only Williams today. UJ GC is fifth in the McLaren, with Smugget's Alfa Romeo in sixth. A pair of Red Bulls next, with MK5 on Bags and King Kong, followed by Boris Johnson's Ferrari in ninth, with In Dynamum the Haas Reserve in 10th. Levi Hughes Alfa Romeo and the Sloth in the Mercedes are next, 11th and 12th, with the only Alpha Tauri today, 50 Gent in 13th. The second Alpine, Al Newt, is 14th, with Easy Life in 15th in the McLaren. Ninjas in the Ferrari is 16th, and the sole Aston Martin is Sainsbury at the back of the grid. 4 of the regular grid missing, 1 reserve in. So we're missing Ronnie in the Aston Martin. We're missing Ben in the Alpha Tauri. Kemp Chaos in the Williams. And I forget who the other Haas was, but we have it in Dynamum in as a reserve. Here we go then. What a good view of the starting grid this is. How many disqualified this week for parking? Just 1. Good parking by all then. Here we go. We're going to see the lights in this angle. Yes. 2 lights. 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go in Silverstone. It's a good start by Swanton, and he retains the lead into the first corner. Syme is up into 3rd ahead of Scornful Griffin, and there's all kinds of incidents. There's all kinds of problems. There's drivers everywhere. There's about 4 cars have gone off. Smug's involved and Joker, MK5, Easy Life, Ninjas and Boris are amongst it. Sainsy from 17th is up to 11th. There's carnage in behind. I'm not sure what caused it, but it always happens at Silverstone. In Dynamum is up to 5th ahead of King Kong. And Swanton's had a dream getaway and is already nearly 2 seconds up the road. Syme up to 2nd. Stormful Griffin is 3rd. I've got some cars ghosting, but that's just normally a game issue. UJGC is 4th. In Dynamum has had a great start and is up to 5th. King Kong is 6th with the Sloth 7th. 50 Gen 8th. Levi up to 9th. And Al Newt rounding off the top 10. I'll be interested to see who at the back is going to be boxing as Boris Johnson overtakes his teammate Ninjas. I'm sure some people will have got damage and maybe going into the pits. No, everyone's staying out, so no damage. That's a good sign. There was a bit of carnage at the front at the start. It didn't affect the leader though, Swanton Bomb. He was off the line and away. It happened in behind where Smudgit was starting near the front and ended up right down the back. MK5 on Bags is the next one to overtake Ninjas, and he's got 2 more right behind him. Smudgit and Joker are going for it here. They're going to have recovery drives from the back as Ninja's got right out of the way of that. Ninja's dived right out of the way of that to not hold those 2 up. I don't think that's his fight this afternoon. Evening. As Swanton leads into the final chicane to start lap 3 of 26 and sets the fastest lap, which is immediately beaten by Scornful Griffin in 3rd, as DRS is now switched on and will immediately come into play for the likes of Scornful and UJ and then Dynamum in behind. So Syme might be the one who's in a spot of bother now that the DRS is enabled. We shall see. And there was another overtake at the back. It's Joker and Smug going at it and almost going 3 wide there with MK5 on Bags. That's not going to go, and off goes Joker. So Smug gets that position done. There was not room for 3 wide into that corner, and Joker had to go very wide and lost quite a bit of time. Boris now closing up on Sainsy, looking to make a move potentially. There he goes, Boris makes the overtake on Sainsy. Is Sainsy going to try and challenge it back around the outside? He isn't. Boris up to 11th. Swanton sets another fastest lap of the race, as look how close Boris is getting now to Al Newt's rear end. In Dynamum also very close to the car in front. And we've got a yellow in sector 3, and Easy Life is out. Easy Life is out of the race. And we have a safety car. The safety car is on the track. Easy Life is out of the race. It's seemingly on the pit straight. It must have binned it coming off the last corner. His car has now disappeared. So we do have a safety car. So this will be interesting. It's too early for the medium runners to go to the hards, to the end of the race, surely. Or is it? And for the hard runners, this is probably not what they wanted to see. Is anyone going to gamble for softs to get racing and pit again later? Potentially another safety car? This is very interesting. Now then, Swanton is not pitting. Is anyone else pitting? It appears not. No one at all? Yes, a Red Bull. A Red Bull, and it's MK5 and Bags and Joker are the two that are pitting. MK5 off the hards and Joker off the mediums. Let's see what happens here. Joker is going to the hards, MK5 is going to the mediums and getting a front wing replaced. So just 2 drivers pitting on this early safety car. Can Joker go to the end? It'll be 20 racing laps. It'll be 20 racing laps if he can manage it. They'll now hopefully catch the field up, not taking too long about it, and we can get racing again. Have to admit, I'm rather surprised just 2 drivers electing to box under the safety car. We'll see how those 2 now at the back get on. They're going to have another lap of safety car, I think. It's going to be a late call if he's coming in now. I don't think he is. Nope, he's going round again. So the 2 just latching on, as you can see on the track map there. The 2 just latching on to the end of the field. And we're going to have another lap under safety car conditions. So I'll run through the order as we stand at the moment, with Swanton Bomb in the lead following the safety car, with Syme in second in the Williams, with Scornful Griffin in third. UJGC is fourth in the McLaren, with Indynamum in fifth. I think he's the biggest net gainer so far in this race. We'll check that in a second. King Kong in the Red Bull is sixth, with the Sloth in seventh for Mercedes. 50 Gent, eighth for AlphaTauri, with Levi Hughes for Alfa Romeo in ninth. Al Newt is 10th. Boris Johnson is 11th, with Sainsy in 12th. Smug Git, Ninjas, Joker and MK5 round off the remaining 16 runners, with Easy Life out of the race. And the only two that have pitted are Joker and MK5. Let's have a look at that net gain, shall we? Net gains, let's see. Indynamum's up 5. The Sloth and 50 Gent are also up 5. And Sainsy is up 5. Your big losers, the two have pitted. Joker 13 places down, MK5 9 down, and Smug gets 7 down at the moment. We'll go back to tyres, and then we will pick it up with Swanton Bomb as the safety car exits the scene and enters the pit lane. So Swanton now in control of the pace as we come through the last chicane. The safety car parks up and we're underway again, and Boris Johnson has had some kind of mishap, has he? Oh no, he's pitting. Boris Johnson pitting at surely the most inopportune time. It's a very strange time to be pitting. Boris Johnson is going into the pits as Joker and MK5 get past Ninja, and MK5 nearly gets Joker but not quite. Boris is on the mediums and I'd assume he's going to have to stop again. That's a Ferrari special, and Sainz is around the outside of Al Newt and up into 10th place. Sainsy doing an excellent job from the back of the grid, and Smug Git has now followed him through. Al Newt losing a couple of positions in quick succession, and it may get worse as he's got Joker and MK5 for company now. And MK5 had a look at Joker once again. Oh, nearly contact. Almost contact. MK5 trying to go around the outside of Joker, and almost more contact. And Ninjas has got a time penalty. The first one of the day as they go wheel to wheel, and MK5 does get the place on Joker in the end. A lot of the scrapping going on lower down the field after the incidents at turn 1. A few on recovery drives are making their way back through the field as Smug Get, one of those, is now right up behind Sainsy and looking for that spot in the top 10. We will of course keep you up to date with the leaders as well. No changes in the order there for now. As MK5 on bags is now closing in on Al Newt. And makes a move up the inside. There he goes. That's another place and another one. Al Newt dropping back quite quickly after this safety car restart. As MK5 and Joker both now passed. and their recovery drive continues. DRS is back online. Let's go back and have a look at how Syme is trying to chase down Swanton Bomb. He will have some DRS assistance shortly. Not close enough for a move just yet. It looks like MK5 is going to be the one making moves. He's got the fresher medium tyres, and he's going around the outside now of Smug Git as Boris Johnson from the back sets the fastest lap of the race in the Ferrari. He's got quite a bit of catching up to do after pitting just as the safety car ended. We've got a three-way go now, forming as Sainsy, Smug Git and MK5 do battle. Joker's dropped back a little bit, possibly saving those hard tyres, trying to go to the end. If everyone pits, he's in a great position. And Sainsy gets a time penalty as Smug Git and MK5 pressure him. Three drivers now with time penalties. And UJGC is past Scornful Griffin, who must have had some kind of problem there. MK5 has now got a time penalty. UJ is up to third, and in Dynamum's fourth. So Scornful Griffin has lost a couple of positions, and King Kong might just make that worse for him. King Kong up the inside, side by side here. Further down the order, Joker and MK5 are right going at it again. And Joker's going to get the position. 50 Gent gets a time penalty. They are now starting to stack up. As we pass a third distance of this race, Joker has got MK5 back up again. He wasn't preserving those hard tyres for too long, and now he's making a move down the outside of Smug Git and makes it stick. Excellent move from Joker in the Mercedes there, and Syme is pitting. Into the pits comes Syme. This will be for hard tyres to the end, surely. He's the first one away from the safety car to pit. Levi now closing up right behind 50 Gent. They're 7th and 8th. Syme was dropped right back to 15th with his pit stop. Be interested to see if it's going to be an undercut situation for him, or if going longer is going to be better. Action all over the track at the moment as Smug continues to go very close with Joker. And Smug gets a penalty. We saw it there. He just ran too wide, took too much of a liberty with the curb, and that warning has got him a 3-second penalty. Look at them, 4 abreast, and wide, very wide goes MK5 on Bags. He was on the grass. Joker is going to make the move on Sainsy, and Smug's going to try and follow. Sainsy's lost 2 places in one corner there. And he might lose another one as MK5 is right on his tail, and Levi is the latest to pick up one of those horrible 3-second penalties. That's 7 out of the remaining 16 have now got those penalties. So I didn't actually see what happened to Scornful in the Haas, but he's managed to fend off King Kong, and he's now back chasing his reserve teammate as MK5 on bags, and Sainsy swap positions again, and MK5's going up the inside. Is he going to make it stick as they're side by side? He is. Syme has also made a place back up after his pit stop. He's overtaken Ninjas. Boris Johnson has a 3-second time penalty. That's 8 out of 16. Half the drivers now with those penalties. The top 6 all avoiding that at the moment. Levi Hughes now on 50 Gent. Gets the position round the outside. Levi up to 7th as Swanton pits from the lead. So does in Dynamum, King Kong, the Sloth, Levi, 50 Gent, a lot of people pitting. Ninjas gets another penalty. UJGC now in the lead from Scornful Griffin in 2nd. Joker is all the way back up to 3rd now. If he can go to the end, he might just get the win. Smug is in 4th. The hard tyres for Smug and UJGC, they're going to go a bit longer. Scornful I would expect to be pitting shortly. And Al Newt similar. Levi is out on another set of mediums. That's, I think, ambitious. And he makes a pass on the Sloth at the same time there. And we've got a yellow in Sector 1, and that's a Ferrari. And that's Ninjas having a bit of a problem there. And is Scornful pitting this time? Yes, he is. Scornful Griffin into the pits then from 2nd. MK5 on bags has picked up another penalty. Boris Johnson has overtaken the Sloth. And let's just see where Scornful comes out then. Let's just see. Al Newt's also pitting as predicted. Where is Swanton? That's the question. There is Swanton, and he's back out ahead of Scornful, as is Syme, and Scornful comes out 8th ahead of his teammate. So the pit stops evening themselves out a bit here. UJ going long. Maybe we'll have the advantage later on with fresher medium tyres. Joker, his tyres are 9 laps old. Are they going to last all the way to the end? And if they do, can he fend off who's behind him? Smug Git is right behind. He's yet to pit. MK5 has surely got to pit again, but is up to 4th. He'll be hoping for a safety car and a free pit stop. Sainsy from the back of the grid is now 5th. And again, he's yet to pit. Swanton, who did lead off the line and for most of the race, is now in 6th. And we'll have to see if he gets that lead back. Syme is in 7th. Then it's the Hasses who have swapped places again through the pit stop. Scornful ahead of reserve in Dynamum, and King Kong is 10th. Levi Hughes is 11th in the Alfa Romeo. with Boris Johnson just behind in 12th. The Sloth is 13th with 50 Gent 14th. Al Newt is 15th, and your last remaining runner is Ninjas in the Ferrari in 16th with Easy Life taking an early exit after a couple of laps. So let's see who's close together. Let's see who's making a move. The two Hasses are close together at the moment. We're going to keep an eye on MK5 on Bags and Smug Git as they try to chase down Joker, who's got to be thinking about tyre preservation. Unless he's got a plan to box late for softs and have a sprint finish, as Smug and MK5 both now pit. As does the leader, UJ. UJ is in the pits. Let's see, Joker goes on into the lead. And it'll be very interesting now to see if he can last it out. UJ, where's he going to come out? Sainsy also pitting. So here comes Swanton. Swanton, is he? Yes, Swanton gets second place. Back. The Hasses. Syme goes past UJ just. And the Hasses don't. King Kong's up to 7th with Levi. Smug comes up just with Levi. And Boris Johnson nicks the place there as well. So the reshuffle has been very nice for Joker if he can last out. The early pit stop now looks a genius strategy move. But there are still 10 laps to go. Are his tyres going to last? If yes, he's got it in the bag. MK5 on Bags. He's been racy on these medium tyres, but finds himself outside the points after having to make a second pit stop. He's chasing down Smug. And Joker pits! So the answer to the question, will his tyres last, is a resounding no. And he's putting mediums back on. And maybe it wasn't such a genius move after all. He's back out, and where's he going to come back out? We've got a yellow flag in Sector 3, and the Sloth has come off, I think. The Sloth has come off. Joker has come back out in 7th place. 8th place as Levi is going to take. Levi is now battling with Joker, and is he going to go up the inside? He isn't, is he? Joker on brand new tyres, not quite warmed up yet, and Levi looking to take full advantage, as is Boris, as is Smug and MK5. About 5 of them going here, and MK5 is going to try and go around the outside of both Alfa Romeos at once, and that isn't going to happen. Smug overtakes his teammate, and Joker so far managed to stay in front of all of them. Boris is right in there, but look, it looks like he has to pit again. MK5 now gets past Levi. The pit exit throwing everybody together, and that was fantastic. 5 cars all trying to go into the same corner together, and we've got more of it here as Boris tries to take Joker. UJGC sets the fastest lap of the race, and I did mention that he might be more racy on medium tyres. He's only 1.6 seconds behind Swanton for the lead, with Syme only a second further down the road. But this midfield battle at the moment is so close, we can't really go anywhere else. Sloth picks up a time penalty. Everyone from 7th down now has a time penalty. We'll put those up for you when we get a second to breathe, just to check the penalties. MK5, as I said, racing on these medium tyres, now back up into the top 10 and having a good look at the rear of Smug Git. Let's have a little look, shall we, at those penalties. So 6 seconds for Ninja and MK5, 3s for Al Newt, Sloth, Sainsy, 50 Gent, Levi, Smug Git and Boris Johnson. If you look at the tyres, I think Boris is the one who's going to lose out because he's going to have to pit again, surely. Would be miracle work to get the medium tyres through 18 laps. Especially after we saw Joker only take around 12 laps for the hard tyre. So out in the lead you have Swanton Bomb. UJ 1.5 seconds behind and not closing. He has gapped out to Syme a little though. Scornful has his reserve teammate right behind him. 4th and 5th, a good points haul for the Haas team currently, with King Kong in 6th for Red Bull. Joker settled now in 7th, which, considering the shenanigans in the first lap and the early pit stop, is reasonably good, and he'll be looking to close in on King Kong now with fresher medium tyres. Boris Johnson is 8th. Ahead of this train of cars behind. Smug Git, MK5, Levi, and we've got a yellow in sector 3 and a Haas. We've got a Haas off, and it's in Dynamum, and he's got no front wing, and a good points haul for Haas has just hit the wall, I'm afraid. In Dynamum drops right down the order. This promotes King Kong up to 5th. And Joker to 6th as Levi picks up another penalty. MK5 and Smug Git are at it again. In Dynamum pitting now as well as King Kong picks up a time penalty. So disaster there for the Haas reservist. Was running very closely behind his teammate. I don't know if that affected what happened, as I was not watching at the time, unfortunately. Very difficult to keep up with all the action. Look at these 4. Look at these 4. Boris, Smug, MK5 and Levi. They've now dropped Sainsy back a little bit. 5 seconds down the road in 11th. He'll be hoping for somebody else to come off, get in the top 10. It's flown by. We're on lap 20 of 26 already. It's been breathless. Sainsy picks up another penalty. Nobody fancies the soft tyres. Even with 6 or 7 laps to go, in Dynamum comes back out on the mediums. Boris is still managing to keep all these behind, and his tyres are now 13 laps old. Smug might make a move here though. MK5 on bags, he's up to 9 seconds of penalties now. This could cost him points. Or maybe contact there between Smug and Boris. Never too sure, as Joker has now caught and overtaken King Kong. We did say that we thought that might happen, but I didn't think it would happen that quickly. He's now going to be after Scornful and possibly Syme and after a podium. Great pace for Joker at the moment. As back to Smug, Boris and MK5 again we go. We can't keep our eyes off it. They're so close together again. Any mistake and there's going to be some problems because there's so many close together, and Boris picks up a time penalty again under the pressure from Smug. Smug's going to go up the inside of Boris Johnson. Boris tries to hold it round the outside, but Smug gets the move done. And MK5 also gets Boris now. And here comes Levi. Oh, did he nudge him? He's not quite made it, but Boris losing 2 positions. His tyres must be absolutely dead at this point. And MK5 continues to hassle Smug as they both now pass Boris. UJ is now within a second of your leader. Swanton, he's got fresher tyres, he's got medium tyres. Swanton has led, apart from during pit stops, for most of this race. But it's going to be interesting. There's going to be a battle on to see what happens as MK5 again gets close to Smug. We will keep an eye on that gap between the leaders. But this battle has been absolutely epic. They've now dropped Boris by a second as Sainsy picks up another time penalty. Here goes MK5 round the outside of Smug this time. And Smug's going to fight that. Is he? No. He can't fight it. And MK5 gets the position and goes up to 7th place. Swanton has stretched it back over a second now in the lead. 50 Gent is not too far behind Sainsy, but neither are in the top 10 at the moment. Levi is still stuck behind Boris Johnson. Now you'd think Levi's tyre strategy was a bit ambitious, but Boris's, I'm amazed. 16 laps and he's still on those medium tyres. Levi following him all the way around as in Dynamum picks up a time penalty. And Ninjas picks up another one. We'll go to penalty watch again for you. 9 for MK5, that's going to cost him. Boris and Levi 6 each though. Sainsy on 9. Ninjas on 9. In Dynamum, Sloth, 50 Gent and Smug are on 4. And Levi finally now gets the overtake he needs on Boris Johnson. And we have a yellow in sector 3, and that could have been Boris. I think that's Boris. And Boris is now pitting. He's got a puncture. He's got a puncture. And Sainsy is also pitting right in front of Boris. Boris has got a puncture. Sainsy is also pitting. And now they're both going for softs. And Sainsy will leave ahead of Boris. But neither of them are looking very good for points now. UJ up at the front is 0.8 behind Swanton Bomb. He's got some DRS assistance, but is it going to be enough to mount a challenge in the remaining 2 and a bit laps that we've got left? Swanton is going to be coming up to lap Ninjas very shortly. Could that cause UJ an opportunity, perhaps. There's a second down. Smug knows he doesn't really need to fight MK5 as long as the penalties stay the same. And we've got a yellow in sector 1. I think that was just Ninjas getting out of the way of the leaders. Indeed, he has got out of the way of the front two there. Let's see if one of Boris and Sainsy are going to nick the fastest lap of the race on those soft tyres. Let's have a look who's got it at the moment. UJ at the moment holds it with a 130.3. Ninjas has now DC'd. And another yellow in sector 1. Nope, nothing doing there, that's all good. So here comes Swanton to start the final lap of the race. UJ is still a second behind. Indynamum picks up another penalty. Syme is in third and Scornful Griffin sets the fastest lap of the race. And that could be a bonus point to him in the half. As we continue to watch the leader. No commentator's curse here. I'm hoping, as Swanton has led for most of the race. And is now just a few corners away as Sainsy picks up another time penalty. Boris Johnson sets the fastest lap of the race on those soft tyres. It's not going to get him a bonus point as he's not in the top 10. Joker picks up a time penalty. All but the top 4 have picked up penalties, but here comes Swanton Bomb into the last corner and wins at Silverstone from UJGC in second. Syme will now come round in third with Ninjas a lap down there. Scornful Griffin finishes fourth. Joker is fifth but may lose out on time penalties. No, he doesn't. King Kong is 6th. Smug is up to 7th with MK5s on bags in 8th. Levi in 9th and 50 Gent. Indynamum picks up another penalty. 50 Gent finishes 10th. The Sloth is 11th. There's Al Newt coming in 12th. Boris Johnson overtook Sainsy towards the end there and finishes 13th, Sainsy 14th and Indynamum 15th with Ninjas a lap down 16th. So Swanton Bomb, your winner for Alpine. MK5 on bags is driver of the day according to the game in the Red Bull. Was definitely in amongst the action throughout. So here we go, we will run through the whole of the finishing order again. Swanton Bomb takes the top position on the podium ahead of UJGC and Syme. So there we have it. Home comforts in Silverstone for Swanton Bomb, who wins from pole position. I've got a 20-second countdown, so I better hurry up. UJGC second in the McLaren, with Simon third, Scornful Griffin fourth, Joker fifth for Mercedes with King Kong in sixth, Smug gets seventh, MK5 on bags, driver of the day, but eighth for Red Bull. Levi Hughes ninth, and 50 Gent rounds off the points. The Sloth, Al Newt, Boris Johnson in Dynamum, and Sainsy and Ninjas, your non-point scorers, and Easy Life was the single DNF. That brings to an end another race here in the Dynamic Racing Series. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. The schedule now is regular, 8 PM Mondays and Thursdays. I'm on commentary for DRS here on Mondays and for TSL on Thursdays, and then rejoin me at 10 o'clock on those nights if you want to see how bad a driver I am, because I'm recording my league races for prospects, realistic tier in the Red Bull on a Monday, and tier 3 Mercedes on a Thursday. So join me again in about 45 minutes or so if you want to see how bad I am, which is very bad. Other than that, I'll be back Thursday at 8 with TSL, and the DRS will be back again on a Monday night. I've been Blobby Butler. Thank you very much and good night.